Murder in the first degree, premeditated homicide, is the most serious charge tried in our criminal courts. You've heard a long and complex case, ladies and gentlemen, and it is now your duty to sit down and try to separate the facts from the fancy. One man is dead. The life of another is at stake. If there is a reasonable doubt in your minds as to the guilt of the accused, then you must declare him not guilty. If, however, there is no reasonable doubt, then he must be found guilty. Whichever way you decide, the verdict must be unanimous. I urge you to deliberate honestly and thoughtfully. You are faced with a grave responsibility. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
6 days. They should have finished it in 2. Talk, talk, talk. Have you ever heard anybody talk so much about nothing?
Well, I guess they're entitled.
Sure, everybody deserves a fair trial. That's the system. Well, I suppose you can't say anything against it.
How did you like that business about the knife? You ever hear a funniest story in your life?
Well, look, you got to expect that. You know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I suppose. Hey, let's get this going. I got 2 tickets to see 7 Year Itch tonight. I'm probably the last guy in the world who hasn't seen it yet. Okay, Your Honor, start the show.
How about sitting down? The lady at the window? How about sitting down?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's tough to figure, isn't it? A kid kills his father, bing, just like that. Well, it's the element. They let the kids run wild. Maybe it serves them right.
All right. Now you can handle this any way you want to. I mean, I'm not going to make any rules. If we want to discuss it first and then vote, that's one way. Or we can vote right now to see how we stand.
Let's vote now. Who knows? Maybe we can all go home.
Yeah, let's see who's where.
Right. Let's vote now.
Anybody doesn't want to vote? Okay. All those voting guilty, raise your hands. 9, 10, 11. Okay. Not guilty? 1. Not guilty. Now we know where we are.
Well, somebody's in left field. You really think she's not guilty?
I don't know.
I've never seen a guiltier man in my life. You were right there in court. You heard the very same thing I did. The man's a dangerous killer. You could see it.
He's 19 years old.
That's old enough. He knifed his own father, 4 inches into the chest. Innocent little 19-year-old kid, huh? They proved it a dozen different ways. You want me to list them for you?
No.
Well, do you believe his story?
I don't know whether I believe it or not. Maybe I don't.
So what did you vote not guilty for?
There were 11 votes for guilty. It's not so easy for me to raise my hand and send a boy off to die without talking about it first.
Who says it's easy for me?
No one.
What, just because I voted fast? I think the kid's guilty. You couldn't change my mind if you talked for 100 years.
I don't want to change your mind. I just want to talk for a while. Listen, this boy's been kicked around all his life. You know, living in a slum, his mother dead since he was 9. That's not a very good head start. He's a tough, angry kid. You know why slum kids get that way? Because we knock them on the head once a day, every day. I think maybe we owe him a few words. That's all.
I don't mind telling you this. We don't owe him a thing. He got a fair trial, didn't he? You know what that trial cost? He's lucky he got that. Look, we're all grown-ups here. You're not going to tell me that we're supposed to believe him knowing what he is? I've lived among them all my life. You can't believe a word they say. You know that.
I don't know that. What a terrible thing for a person to say. Since when is dishonesty a group characteristic? You have no monopoly on the truth.
All right. It's not Sunday. We don't need a sermon.
I don't see any need for arguing like this. I think we ought to be able to behave like civilized human beings.
Right.
If we're going to discuss this case, let's discuss the facts.
I think that's a good point. We have a job to do. Let's do it.
All right, I may have an idea here. Look, I know I'm thinking out loud now, but it seems to me that it's up to us to convince this lady over here that we're right and she's wrong. I mean, why don't we both, all of us just kind of come to it, maybe think of an idea, figure it out, try it on for size,
That sounds fair enough. Suppose we go once around the table.
Okay, let's start it off, huh?
All right. I guess you're first.
Oh, well, I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious. I mean, nobody proved otherwise.
Nobody has to prove otherwise. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't have to open his mouth. That's in the Constitution. The Fifth Amendment? You've heard of it.
Well, sure, I've heard of it. Well, I know what it is. It's just that I just think he was guilty.
Okay. Let's get to the facts. Number one, let's take the old man who lived on the second floor, right underneath the room where the murder took place. At 10 minutes after 12, he heard a loud noise coming from upstairs. He said it sounded like a fight. And then he hears the son say to the father, "I'm going to kill you." Then he hears the sound of a body falling. He runs to the door, and what does he see? He sees the kid running down the stairs and out of the building. Then he calls the police. They come and they find the father with a knife in his chest.
And the coroner fixed the time of death at around midnight.
Right. Now, what else do you want?
Oh, come on. The boy's entire story is flimsy. He claimed he was at the movies. Well, that's a little ridiculous, isn't it? He couldn't even remember what pictures he saw.
That's right. Did you hear that? You're absolutely right.
Look, what about the woman across the street? If her testimony don't prove it, then nothing does.
That's right. She saw the killing, didn't she?
Let's go in order.
Just a minute. Here's a woman who's lying in bed and can't sleep. It's hot, Anyway, she looks out the window and right across the street, she sees the kid stick the knife into his father. She's known the kid all his life. His window is right opposite hers across the L tracks, and she swore she saw him do it.
Through the windows of a passing elevated train.
Okay, and they proved in court that you can look through the windows of a passing L train at night and see what's happening on the other side. They proved it.
Let me ask you something. How come you believed her? She's one of them, isn't she?
You think you're pretty smart, don't you?
Now take it easy.
Come on. What are you letting her get you all upset for? Relax.
Let's just calm down now. Charlie, it's your turn.
I'll pass it.
That's your privilege. How about you?
Well, I don't know. I started to be convinced, that with the testimony from those people across the hall, didn't they say something about hearing an argument between the father and the boy around 7:00 that night? I mean, I could be wrong.
I think it was 8:00, not 7.
That's right. It was 8:00. They heard the father hit the boy twice and then saw the boy walk angrily out of the house. What does that prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the picture. I didn't say it proved anything.
Anything else?
No.
All right. How about you?
I don't know. Most of it's been said already. We could talk all day about this thing, but I think we're wasting our time. Look at the kid's record, okay? At 15, he was in reform school. He's been arrested for mugging. He was picked up for knife fighting. I think they said he stabbed somebody in the arm. Oh, this is a very fine boy.
Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly. He used his fists.
So would I, a kid like that.
You're right. It's the kids. The way they are, you know? They don't listen. I've got a kid. When he was 8 years old, he ran away from a fight. I saw him. I've never been so embarrassed in my life. Right then, I told him, I'm going to make a man out of you, or I'm going to bust you up into little pieces trying. When he was 15, he hit me right in the face. He's big, you know? Haven't seen him in 3 years. Rotten kid. You know, you work your heart out for them. All right. Sorry. Let's get on with it.
Oh, we're missing the point here. This boy, let's say he is a product of a filthy neighborhood and a broken home. We can't help that. We're not here to go into the reasons why slums are breeding grounds for criminals. They are. I know it, and so do you. The children who come out of slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
You said it there. I don't want any part of them, believe me.
I've lived in a slum all my life.
Oh, now wait a second.
Hey, I used to play in a backyard that was filled with garbage. Maybe it still smells on me.
Now, let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal.
There is something personal.
Come on now. He didn't mean you, fella. Let's not be so sensitive.
I understand this sensitivity.
Now let's stop bickering. We're wasting time. It's your turn.
All right. I had a peculiar feeling about this trial. Somehow I felt that the defense counsel never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. I mean, he was appointed by the court to defend this boy. He hardly seemed interested. Too many questions left unasked.
What about the ones that were asked? For instance, let's talk about that cute little switchblade knife. You know, the one that fine, upright kid admitted buying?
All right, let's talk about it. Let's get it in here and look at it. I'd like to see it, Mr. Foreman.
We all know what it looks like. I don't see why we have to look at it again. What do you think?
She has a right to see exhibits and evidence.
Okay with me.
This knife is a pretty strong piece of evidence, don't you agree?
I do.
Now, the boy admits going out of the house at 8 o'clock after being slapped by his father.
Or punched.
Or punched. He went to a neighborhood store and bought a switchblade. The storekeeper was arrested the following day when he admitted selling it to the boy. It's a very unusual knife. The storekeeper identified it and said it was the only one of the kind he had in stock. Mm-hmm. Why did the boy get it? As a present for a friend of his, I suppose? Am I right so far?
Right.
You bet she's right. Now listen to this woman. She knows what she's talking about.
Look, next the boy claims that on the way home, the knife must have fallen through a hole in his coat pocket and that he never saw it again. Now there's a story, ladies and gentlemen. You know what actually happened? The boy took the knife home, and a few hours later, he stabbed his father with it and even remembered to wipe off the fingerprints. Everyone connected with this case identified this knife. Now, are you going to tell me that someone picked it up off the street, went up to the boy's house and stabbed his father with it just to be amusing?
No, I'm saying that it's possible that the boy lost the knife and that someone else stabbed his father with a similar knife. It's possible.
Take a look at that knife. It's a very strange knife. I've never seen one like it before in my life, and neither had the storekeeper who sold it to him. Aren't you trying to make us accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
I'm not trying to make anyone accept it. I'm saying it's possible.
And I am saying it's not. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, what is this? Who do you think you are?
Look at it. It's the same knife.
Quiet. Let's be quiet.
Where did you get it?
I got it last night in a little junk shop around the corner from the boy's house. It cost $2.
Now you listen to me. You pulled a real smart trick here, but you proved absolutely nothing. Maybe there are 10 knives like that. So what?
Maybe there are.
The boy lied and you know it.
Do you think he lied?
Now that's a stupid question. Sure, he lied.
Do you?
You don't have to ask me that. You know my answer. He lied.
Do you think he lied?
I don't know.
Now, wait a second. What are you, the guy's lawyer? Listen, there's still 11 of us who think he's guilty. You're alone. What do you think you're going to accomplish? You want to be stubborn and hang this jury? He'll be tried again and found guilty, sure as he's born.
You're probably right.
So what are you going to do about it? We could be here all night.
It's only one night, and a man may die.
Well, whose fault is that?
Do you think maybe if we went over it again? Well, what I mean is,
Did anyone force him to kill his father? How do you like him? Like someone forced him.
Perhaps this is not the point.
No one forced anyone.
Look,
But
ladies
listen.
and gentlemen, we could spitball
Well,
all night.
I was going to say,
Just a minute. Some of us have better things to do than sit around a jury room.
I cannot understand a word in here. Why do we all have to talk at once?
She's right. I think we ought to get on with it.
Well, what do you say? You're the one that's holding up the show.
I've got a proposition to make. I want to call for a vote. I want 11 jurors to vote by secret ballot. I'll abstain. If there are still 11 votes for guilty, I won't stand in the way. We'll take in a guilty verdict right now.
Okay, let's do it.
That sounds fair. Is everyone agreed? Right. Pass these along. Guilty. 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 Not guilty. Guilty.
How do you like that?
Who was it? I think we have a right to know.
Excuse me? This was a secret ballot. We agreed on this point, no? If the person wants to remain secret.
What do you mean? There are no secrets in here. And I know who it was anyway. What is the matter with you? You come in here and you vote guilty, and then this slick little preacher starts tearing your heart out with stories about how this little boy just couldn't help but become a murderer. And then you change your vote. That's not the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Now hold it.
Hold it. Hey, we're trying to put a guilty man into the chair where he belongs. And now everybody's listening to fairy tales.
now just a minute.
Please, I would like to say something here. I have always thought that a person was entitled to have an unpopular opinions in this country. This is the reason I came here. I wanted to have the right to disagree. In my own country, I would have had to fear for my life.
What do we have to listen to now? The whole history of your country?
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. I want to ask you, what made you change your vote?
There's nothing for him to tell you. He didn't change his vote, I did. Perhaps you'd like to know why?
No, we wouldn't like to know why.
The woman wants to talk.
Thank you. This woman chose to stand alone against us, which is her right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. She left the verdict up to us. She gambled for our support, and I gave it to her. I want to hear more. The vote is 10-2.
That's fine. If the speech is over, let's go on.
Look, buddy, I was a little excited. You know how it is. I didn't mean to get nasty. Nothing personal.
Look, supposing you answer me this. If the kid didn't kill him, who did?
As far as I know, we're supposed to decide whether or not the kid on trial is guilty. We're not concerned with anyone else's motives here.
Guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a very important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you explain just what your reasonable doubts are.
This is not easy. So far, it's only a feeling I have. A feeling. Maybe you don't understand.
A feeling? What are we going to do? Spend the whole night talking about your feelings? What about the facts?
You said a mouthful. Now look, the old man heard the kid yell, "I'm going to kill you." Then a second after that, he hears the sound of the father's body falling. And then the kid runs down the stairs and out of the house 15 seconds later.
That's right. And let's not forget the woman across the street. She looked into the open window and saw the boy stab his father. She saw it. I mean, if that's not enough for you,
It's not enough for me.
How do you like that? It's like talking into a dead phone.
The woman saw the killing through the windows of an elevated train. Look, the train had 5 cars, and she saw it through the windows of the last 2. She remembers the most insignificant details.
How long does it take an elevated train going at top speed to pass a certain point?
What has that got to do with anything?
How long? Guess.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
What do you think?
About 10 or 12 seconds, maybe.
I'd say that was a fair guess. Anyone else?
I would think about 10 seconds, perhaps.
About 10 seconds.
All right, 10 seconds. What are you getting at?
An L train passes a given point in 10 seconds. That given point is the window of the room in which the killing took place. You could almost reach out of the window and touch the L, right? Now, let me ask you this. Has anybody here ever lived right next to the L? I have. When the window is open, that train roars by, you cannot hear yourself think. The noise is unbearable.
Okay, you can't hear yourself think. Will you get to the point?
The old man said he heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you." And 1 second later, he heard the body fall. 1 second. That's the testimony, right?
Right.
The woman across the street looked through the windows of the last 2 cars of the L and saw the body fall, right? That's the last 2 cars.
What are you giving us here?
An L train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point, or 2 seconds per car. That L had been going by the old man's window for at least 6 seconds and maybe more before the body fell, according to the woman. The old man would have had to hear the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," while the front of the L was roaring past his nose. It's not possible for him to have heard it.
What do you mean? Of course he could have heard it.
Could he?
The old man said he heard the kid yell it. That's good enough for me.
I don't think he could have heard it.
Maybe he didn't hear it. I mean, with the L noise and all.
What are you people talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar?
Well, it stands to reason.
You're crazy. Why would he lie? I mean, what has he got to gain?
Attention, maybe?
You keep coming up with these bright sayings. Why don't you send them into the newspaper? You know, they'll pay you $2 for it.
Why might the old man have lied? You have a right to be heard.
It's just that I looked at him for a very long time. He had a split seam under the arm of his jacket. Did you notice that? He's a very old man who walks with 2 canes. I think I know him better than anyone here. He's very old. He's alone. He has never had any recognition in his life. Never. Not even his name in the paper. Nothing. It's important for him to be recognized at least once, to be questioned, to be listened to. That's what I think is very important here.
All right, let me see if I got this right. You were trying to tell us that he lied about a thing like this just so he could be important?
No, he wouldn't really lie, but he could believe that he heard those words. He could believe that he saw the boy's face.
Well, if that isn't the most fantastic thing I've ever heard, how can you make up a thing like that? And what do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
All right. Is there anything else?
I think we've proved that the old man couldn't have really heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you." But supposing he did really hear it, this phrase, How many times has each of you used it? Probably hundreds. If you do that one more time, Junior, I'm going to murder you. When my brother watches the fights, he yells, "Come on, Rocky, kill him, kill him." We say it every day. This doesn't mean we're going to kill someone.
Wait a minute. The phrase was, "I'm going to kill you." And the kid screamed it at the top of his lungs. Don't try and tell me he didn't mean it. Anybody says a thing like that, the way he said it, they mean it.
And how they mean it.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think the kid would shout out a thing like that so the whole neighborhood could hear it? He's much too bright for that.
Bright? He's a common, ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak good English.
I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
The vote is 9-3 in favor of guilty.
Oh, well, if that isn't the end, what are you basing it on? Stories this one made up? She ought to write for Detective Monthly. Yeah, she'd make a fortune. Listen, the kid had a lawyer, didn't he? Why didn't his lawyer bring up all of these points?
Well, lawyers can't think of everything.
Oh, brother. You sit there and pull stories out of thin air. Now you want us to believe the old man didn't get up out of bed, run to the door, and see the kid disappear down the stairs 15 seconds after the killing. He's only saying he did to be important.
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
Oh, ran, walked. What's the difference? He got there.
I don't remember what he said, but I don't see how he could run.
He said he went from his bedroom to the front door. That's enough, isn't it?
Where was his bedroom again?
Down the hall somewhere. I thought you remembered everything. Don't you remember that?
No. Mr. Foreman, I'd like to take a look at the diagram of the apartment.
Or why don't we have them run the whole trial over just so you can get everything straight?
Mr. Foreman?
I heard you.
All right. And what's this for? And how come you're the only person in this room that wants to see exhibits all the time?
I want to see this one too.
And I want to stop wasting time.
Well, if we're going to start wading through all that nonsense about where the body was found again.
We're not. We're going to find out how a man who's had 2 strokes in the past 3 years and who walks with a pair of canes could get to his front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
He said 15.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? You can't judge a thing like that.
May I?
Do me a favor. Wake me up when this is over.
All right. This is the apartment in which the killing took place. The old man's apartment is directly beneath it and exactly the same. Here are the L tracks: the bedroom, living room, kitchen, bathroom. This is the hallway, and here's the front door to the apartment. And there are the stairs. Now, the old man had to get up out of bed, get out into the hall, and he says he walked down the length of the hall and opened the door just in time to see the boy racing down the stairs. Am I right?
Exactly.
15 seconds after he heard the body fall?
Correct.
His bed was at the window. It's 12 feet from the bed to the bedroom door. The length of the hall is 43 feet 6 inches. He had to get up out of bed, get his canes, walk 12 feet, open the bedroom door, walk 43 feet, and open the front door, all in 15 seconds. Do you think this is possible?
You know it's possible.
He can only walk very slowly. They had to help him into the witness chair.
You make it sound like a long walk. It's not. What are you doing?
I want to try this thing. Let's see how long it took him. I'm going to pace off 12 feet, the length of the bedroom.
You're crazy. You can't recreate a thing like that.
Perhaps if we could see it. This is an important point.
It's a ridiculous waste of time.
Let her do it.
Let's say I'm standing at the bedroom door. How far would you say it is from here to the far wall of the jury room?
I'd say it was 20 feet.
Just about.
20 feet. All right. From here to the door and back is about 40 feet. It's shorter than the distance of the hall. Wouldn't you say that?
A few feet, maybe.
Look, this is absolutely insane. What makes you think you can recreate a thing like that?
Do you mind if I try it? According to you, it'll only take 15 seconds. We can spare that. Who has a watch with a second hand?
Oh, I have.
When you want me to start, stamp your foot. That'll be the body falling. Time me from there, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm ready.
Go.
Speed it up. You work twice as fast as that.
This is, I think, even more quickly than the old man walked in the courtroom.
If you think I should go faster, I will. Stop.
Right.
What's the time?
15, 20, 30, 31 seconds exactly.
31 seconds.
It's my guess that the old man heard someone racing down the stairs and assumed it was the boy.
I think that's possible.
Assumed? Now, you listen to me, you people. I've seen a lot of dishonesty in my day, but this little display takes the cake. Tell him, will you? You come in here with your heart bleeding all over the floor about some kids and injustice, and you make up these wild stories, and you get some of these little old ladies to start listening to you. Well, I'm not, and I'm getting pretty sick of it. What's the matter with all of you? This kid is guilty. He's got to burn, and we're letting him slip through our fingers.
Our fingers? Are you his executioner?
I'm one of them.
Perhaps you'd like to pull the switch.
For this kid, you bet I would.
I'm sorry for you.
Shut up.
What it must feel like to want to pull the switch.
Shut up.
You're a sadist.
Shut up.
You want to see this boy killed because you personally want it, not because of the fact.
Shut up. I ought to kill you.
Oh, you don't really mean you would kill me, do you?
I don't see why we have to behave like children here.
Nor do I. We have a responsibility. This is a remarkable thing about democracy, that we are, what is the word? Notified, that we are notified by mail to come down to this place and decide on the guilt or innocence of a man we have not known before. We have nothing to gain or lose by our verdict. This is one of the reasons why we are strong. We should not make this a personal thing.
I think maybe we should try another vote. Mr. Foreman?
It's all right with me. Anybody doesn't want to vote?
All right, let's do it.
I want an open ballot. Let's call out our votes. I want to know who stands where.
All right, I'll call off your names. I vote guilty. Tom?
Not guilty.
Dave?
Guilty.
Grace?
Guilty.
Charlie?
Not guilty.
Rob?
Not guilty.
Alan?
Guilty.
Peg?
Not guilty.
Mary?
Not guilty.
Lila?
Guilty.
Abby?
Not guilty.
Marty?
Guilty.
Well, everyone, 6-6.
I'll tell you something. The crime is being committed right in this room.
The vote is 6-6.
I'm ready to walk into court right now and declare a hung jury. There's no point in going on like this anymore.
I go for that too. Let's take it to the judge and let the kid take his chances with 12 other guys, huh?
You mean you still don't think there's reasonable doubt?
No, I don't.
I beg your pardon. Maybe you don't understand the term reasonable doubt.
What do you mean I don't understand it? Who do you think you are to talk to me like that? How do you like this lady? She comes over here running for her life, and before she can even take a big breath, she's telling us how to run the show. The arrogance of her.
Wait a second. Nobody around here is asking where you came from.
I was born right here.
Or where your father came from. Maybe it wouldn't hurt us to take a few tips from people who came running here. Maybe they learned something we don't know. We're not so perfect.
Please, I'm used to this. It's all right.
No, it's not all right.
Okay. I apologize. Is that what you want?
That's what I want.
Let's stop arguing. Who's got something constructive to say?
Something's been bothering me a little. This whole business about how the stand mood is made and the downward angle of it, you know?
Don't tell me we're going to start with that again. They went over it and over it again in court.
I know they did, but I don't go along with it. Look, the boy is 8 inches tall. His father is 6'2". That's a difference of 6 inches. It's a very awkward thing to stab downward into someone's chest who's a half a foot taller than you are.
Look, you're not going to be satisfied till you see it again. I'm going to give you a demonstration. Somebody get up. Okay, now watch this. I don't want to have to do it again.
Look out!
That's not funny.
What's the matter with you?
Now just calm down. Nobody was hurt. Are they?
Nobody's hurt.
All right. Now, there's your angle. Down and in. That's how I would stab a man, and that's how it was done. Down and in. Now take a look at it and tell me I'm wrong.
Down and in. I guess there's no argument.
Did you ever stab a man?
Of course not.
Did you?
All right, let's not be silly.
Did you?
No, I haven't.
Where do you get all your information about how it's done?
What do you mean? It's just common sense.
Have you ever seen a man get stabbed?
No.
All right. Listen. The boy was an experienced knife fighter. He even went to reform school for knifing someone.
That's right.
Look at this. Doesn't it seem like an awkward way to handle a knife?
What are you asking me for?
Wait a minute. What's the matter with me? Give me that.
Have you ever seen a knife fight?
Yes, I have.
In the movies?
In the movies, in my backyard, on my stoop, in the vacant lot across the street. Too many of them. Switch knives come with the neighborhood where I lived. Funny, I didn't think of it before. I guess you try to forget these things. Anyone who's ever used a switchblade before knows you don't stab down. You don't handle a switchblade that way. You use it underhanded.
Then he couldn't have made the kind of wound that killed his father.
No, he couldn't have. Not if he had any experience with a switchblade.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. You're giving us a lot of mumbo jumbo.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know.
What about you?
Hey, listen, I'll tell you something. I'm a little sick of this whole thing already. We're getting nowhere fast. Let's break it up and go home. I'm changing my vote to not guilty.
You're what?
You heard me. I've had enough.
What kind of a man are you? You have sat here and voted guilty with everyone else because there are some theater tickets burning a hole in your pocket. And now you've changed your vote for the same reason. I do not think you have the right to play like this with a man's life. This is an ugly and terrible thing to do.
Now, wait a minute. You can't talk like that to me.
I can't talk like that to you. If you want to vote not guilty, then do it because you think the man is not guilty. If you are convinced he is guilty, then vote that way. Or don't you have the guts to do what you think is right?
Now, listen, you...
Is he guilty or not guilty?
I told you not guilty.
Why?
I don't have to.
You do have to say it. Why?
I don't think he's guilty.
I want another vote.
Okay, there's another vote called for. I guess the quickest way is a show of hands. Anybody object? All right. All those voting not guilty, raise your hands. Nine. All those voting guilty. 3. The vote is 9-3 in favor of acquittal.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how these people lie. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life doesn't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are you going? Look, these people are drinking and fighting all the time. And if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, there are some good things about them too. Look, I'm the first to say that. I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece and you listen to me. They're no good. There's not a one of them who's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial. Well, don't you know about them? Listen to me. What are you doing? I'm trying to tell you something.
Oh, I've had enough. If you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to shut it for you. All right. Sit down, everybody. I still think that boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most damning evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right. Let's go over that testimony. What did she say exactly?
I believe I can recount this accurately. She said she went to bed at about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the open window, and she could look out of the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. And finally, she turned toward the window at about 12:10. And as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, I don't see how you can vote for acquittal. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe, but there's so much evidence to sift through.
What do you mean, maybe? She's absolutely right. You can throw out all of the other evidence.
That was my feeling.
What time is it?
10 minutes of 6.
It's late. You don't suppose they'd let us go home and finish in the morning? I got a kid with the mumps.
Not a chance.
Pardon me. Can't you see the clock without your glasses?
Not clearly. Why?
I don't know. Look, this may be a dumb thought, but what do you do when you wake up at night? You want to know what time it is.
I put on my glasses and look at the clock.
You don't wear them to bed then.
Of course not. No one wears their glasses to bed.
Well, what's all this for?
Well, I was thinking, you know, the woman who testified that she saw the killing wears glasses.
So does my mother. So what?
Your mother isn't a murder witness.
Look, stop me if I'm wrong. The woman wouldn't wear glasses to bed, would she?
Wait a minute. Did she wear glasses at all? I don't remember.
Of course she did. The woman wore bifocals, I remember very clearly. They looked quite strong.
That's right. Bifocals. She never took them off.
He did wear glasses. Funny, I never thought of it.
Listen, she wasn't wearing them in bed. That's for sure. She testified that in the midst of her tossing and turning, she rolled over and casually looked out the window. The murder was taking place as she looked out, and the lights went out a second later. She couldn't have had time to put on her glasses. Now, maybe she really honestly thought she saw the boy kill his father. I think she saw a blur.
How do you know what she saw? Maybe she's farsighted. How does she know these things?
Does anyone think there is still not a reasonable doubt?
I think he's guilty.
Does anyone else?
No, I'm convinced.
You're alone.
I don't care whether I'm alone or not. I have a right.
You do have a right.
Well, I told you I think the kid's guilty. Now, what else do you want?
Your arguments.
I gave you my arguments.
Well, we're not convinced. We're waiting to hear them again. We have time.
Listen, what's the matter with you? You gave me all the arguments. A guilty man's going to walk free. He's going to walk the streets. A murderer. He's got to die. Now stay with me.
I'm sorry. There's a reasonable doubt in my mind.
We're waiting.
Well, you're not going to intimidate me. I'm entitled to my opinion. It's going to be a hung jury, and that's it.
There's nothing we can do about that, except hope that some night, maybe in a few months, you can get some sleep.
You're all alone.
It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone.
I'm telling you, I've got all the facts here. Here. Well, that's it. That's the whole case. Well, say something. You lousy bunch of bleeding hearts. You're not going to intimidate me. I'm entitled to my opinion. Rotten kids.
Is that a picture of your son?
You work your heart out for them, and then they turn their backs on you and just walk away. All right. Not guilty. Not guilty.